Yes, hello, Wagwan. Yeah, I wanted to do a video on one of the biggest frauds on YouTube. Yeah, a man who pretends that he's he's all about hardcore boxing fans, and a man who says he'll stand up for the weak man, call out the liars, call out the other frauds. You know, and he's done some okay videos, but I'm talking about Porky, of course, that fat idiot who looks like he's 2 weeks or 2 months away from death, has a beige colour now, you know? A guy who went over to escape the heat from Spencer Fearon, yeah? By running off to Turkey and claiming he had a real bad problem. Oh, and then he had to lay down, he was surgery, so he couldn't fight anymore. Now, you know, this is a quick picture of him hitting the bag. Look at this, man. Look at this guy. He doesn't know the first thing about fighting, man. He's a 52-year-old degenerate smackhead, yeah, who can't punch, who can't hit the bag properly, and he claims he will fight Spencer Fearon. Obviously, he bottled it, yeah. He went over to Turkey to get a, what's it called, a gastric bands, and allegedly his teeth done, his smackhead teeth done, yeah. And he's always calling people out and saying, oh, back in the day, I'd done 10 years behind door, and Michael's lucky that I didn't cut him up like in the old days. You know, he likes to talk hard, right? But by his own admission, he's 5'8" and like 11.5 stone, and looks like he's dying of HIV, yeah? As he lies in his bed sucking his lollipops, yeah? Now, the thing that is most important, right, is, you know, if you're gonna talk hard and you're gonna do this and you go that, you got to follow through at some stage, right? And you know, there's lots of rumors that he is into Bati business, that he tried Bati business on Michael, yeah, who's a well-known virgin. Yeah, he was trying to introduce him to Bati business. He's got this boyfriend called Maximum Jenkins, yeah, and every video I see of this idiot Maximum, he talks more and more camp. Now, I've had criticism on this channel in the comments going, well, not a lot, but, oh, you don't know, Porky's the real ting, yeah? Oh, you're trying to get clout. You know, when people, like, regurgitate, you know, cliches and the word that is currently in use, you're trying to get clout. I mean, firstly, it's kind of meaningless, you know. Get clout. What they mean is, oh, you're trying to get views and so on. We'll say it, man. Don't use these naff, cliched words. But no, it's not that. This channel is dedicated to exposing frauds like Teddy Atlas, yeah, nonces, you know, people like that, and Porky, who allegedly is happy to call people out, yeah, and expose them, is as bad as any other frauds. And the main thing I'm talking about is Dave Coldwell. Now, Porky did this video, a number of videos, slating Dave Coldwell, calling him out for being a nonce, effectively, making young boys, turning the heat up, making young boys, prepubescent boys wrestle in his house, that his wife showed a pum-pum to the young kids, all this disgusting stuff. Now, you know, 73 degrees, baby, the heating's up at. And you know what? The videos are very convincing. You know, there was a Smedley and a couple of other lads that trained with him, and they, in the court, those witness statements would be very powerful. They corroborate each other, you know. They don't mince their words, you know, they don't pause. It's very natural. It's quite obvious that something very weird went on. And then, you know, there's also this text message here, which calls Caldwell out for being a nonce. And Porky, the degenerate fat smackhead, who's not fat anymore and has 2 months or 2 weeks to live, used to do these videos where he actually bought a advertising sign in I don't know what town, Sheffield, I think, saying Dave Coldwell, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. You can come on my channel, you know, and we're going to expose you. Now, all this stuff has suddenly gone, right? Porky has deleted a whole bunch of these videos, so you can't find them anymore, yeah? And he doesn't he stopped going after Caldwell. Listen to
Doesn't bother
this
what people
video.
think. Do you know what I mean?
I'd say even Dave Coldwell, even better than him. It pains me to say it.
Now you should go on ability. Dave Coldwell's a good trainer. Forget the fact that, you know, he don't get on with people that we get on with, Chris Smedley. Dave Coldwell's a good trainer, and he's paid his dues. So we have to give him credit. And obviously he's had a leg up of it years. And I said Dave Coldwell will be judged when he does something with somebody from scratch. Now it looks like he's doing really good with Jordan Gill and Opie Price, but Jordan Gill's already been beat once, hasn't
he? Yeah.
But people lose and they have a bad day at the office. I come here some days and I have a bad day at the office, and I feel like just taking a baseball bat to all this here and just smashing it into smithereens. And other days I come here and I feel like I'm having a good day. So we all have good days and bad days. But when you're a boxer, if you have a bad day, you get slated on social media and you get a trip to hospital, and it's not nice. And your trainer gets hammered as well, doesn't he? But yeah. Dave Coldwell, we have to give him credit. He's doing well with Jordan Gill and Opie Price. And he'll be judged on that, not getting Tony Bellew on his lap, or we're already a British champion. Or
yeah, you heard that. So now him and his boyfriend Maximum are actually praising Caldwell. Now you could say, oh, they're praising him for the boxing, not for noncery. But they're not mentioning the noncery. Yeah? They've laid off him. What is Caldwell videos, and we'll call you out, have disappeared. Yeah, and the fat Porky, who looks like he's going to die in 2 weeks or 2 months and has a beige complexion, you know, has laid off Caldwell. Yeah. Now, and he always used to say, Porky, that he had this special video, this last video, which would absolutely confirm the noncery of Dave Coldwell. And by the way, as I said, I believe it because those lads are very convincing, what they said. You know, if you're interviewing, you know, someone in a situation, it's quite clear they're telling the truth. It comes very naturally. It corroborates. Yeah, I have no doubt that he's a freak weirdo and has nonce-like tendencies. Now, why is Porky suddenly bottled it, man? Now, I told you before, Porky's a coward, you know, bottling the Spence fight. I mean, he's an idiot anyway for offering out Spencer because Spencer Fearon is, you know, he's no killer, but he's an ex-pro boxer, yeah, and he would decimate Porky and his fat smackhead ass and his boyfriend to boot, Maximum. Now, why is Porky suddenly bottling it? Apart from being a coward, there's two possibilities here. There's only two possibilities. He's been threatened up, yeah? He's been threatened up by someone associated with Caldwell or Caldwell going, look, but Porky, we're going to smash you to pieces, yeah? We're going to do some serious damage, you know? You're not dealing with Michael here, yeah? You're dealing with a bunch of people that can fight. Not Caldwell, because he was like a flyweight and had a losing record, but he must have powers in the game. You know, Tony Belland and other Illuminati stooges, they put on weight on Porky to stop. Or he's been paid off, quite simply. And Porky, I'm sure, would take the money. He's a degenerate smackhead. Yeah? Now, you know, you offer a degenerate smackhead money, and they'll take the money to buy some more brown. Now, I don't think Porky's on the brown anymore, but he's clearly on the white, because he's always sniffing up and touching his nose. And look, I've hung out in many bars, and I know what's you know, someone who's on the sniff acts like, and that's exactly like him. So what I'm saying is, Porky's a fraud. Porky is on the white ting. Yeah, he's a liar. He's probably a batty man, including with Maximum. Yeah, and he has no guts to expose Caldwell, and it's a shame, man, because he sold his integrity, which was dubious anyway, but he sold his integrity for enough money to buy more sniff. Yeah, and he'll only last 2 weeks or 2 months more anyway. The beige coloured, you know, he looks like death warmed up. They scraped him off a mortuary slab. You know, the man looked like he died a year ago. Yeah? So I've had enough of this fraud, and this is why he needs to be exposed. Why, Porky, have you not done what you said, which is produce the overwhelming video evidence of Dave Coldwell's noncery. And I believe he has it. Yeah? He's just a coward. Peace.